everyone, Maggie here. Welcome back to another video. Today I am doing a flip through of the blue collection that I've been working on for quite a while. I'm super excited to share this with you guys because it's been a work in progress for months. I've been collecting pieces from all over the world and I'm super excited to have this completed. So I'm going to break this up into two videos so it's not super long, but what I'm going to start with is the flip through of the two journals. I have a hardcover, softcover, and then I also have an envelope collection, so this will be on a separate video. So I think I will start with the softcover journal first. All of these will be up for sale on my Etsy, so you can look out for that. I will I'll link down below my link tree with my shop and everything, and I'm also going to link I've used some digitals, and I'll link the shops and I'll let you know like what shops I purchased which digitals from. So first off, this journal is the soft cover, and I'll put down below the dimensions, the exact dimensions, but this is more of a TN size. And here's the cover. So these are all textiles, vintage textiles from France. Even this trim here, so gorgeous. And there is a pocket right in the front. A little metal embellishing right on the corner here. And this is like a velvet trim in the back. Here's the back of it. So right in the front pocket here, I just have this really beautiful postcard. This one came from France. So cool. It's got a really neat stamp there. And I loved this postcard because of the very, very tiny little blue bow in her hair. Isn't that gorgeous? And it matched perfectly with this velvet, blue velvet down here, so I had to put that in that front pocket. I just thought that is just adorable. So that goes right in there. And this first page here, so this is a certificate from France, and I used it as the inside cover. It's also on the back cover. It's beautiful. It has some gorgeous imagery, some beautiful angels. And then on this first page was also included with this certificate, so it has that same blue, really beautiful border. And then just pinned in here, I just have this really cute little envelope from Paris. This is an authentic antique envelope. And then inside, since it's so tiny, I just added a bunch of blue tickets and labels. These are all authentic tickets and labels, all with a blue and white color scheme, so that whoever gets this journal has a bunch of really fun pieces to work with. And then also pinned in is this really cute little note. It's dated from 1930, so that's kind of cool. So that's just pinned in there. And then on the back here, this is a piece of advertising. Just love that. The certificate was double-sided, so that was kind of fun. Just some tea-dyed paper and some really beautiful trim. Really gorgeous. This came actually in the mail, I think in a Happy Mail to me, so I can't tell you what collection this digital is from, but it's beautiful. And then this came from France. This is a book page that is double-sided, and then I just have some really pretty ribbon on the top there. This digital is from Ruby and Pearl. Beautiful digital there. And then I just pinned in some little label pieces. And on the back is a really cool, authentic label. Some ledger. Some really pretty vintage lace. And then this is an outer cover to like a little booklet. But I just loved the coloring of it. Double-sided. This is a cool little invoice from France. Some more of that beautiful paper from France. I turned this one into a pocket, and then inside here some more little tickets and a postcard. Here looks like a magazine paper, double-sided. Another digital from Ruby and Pearl, and pinned in up here is a really cool little label piece. And then here I just have a couple little pieces together. This is a vintage photo and looks like a little label of some sort, and I just have them tied together with some of that really gorgeous ribbon. More tea-dyed paper, ledger, some really pretty ribbon down here. And then this is just a little tuck. This is a digital from Ruby and Pearl, and I glued this beautiful woman on top of a scrap piece of that certificate piece, so it just borders it just perfectly. So I have that sewn in with some ribbon and some antique trim right up there on the corner. This is also a digital from Ruby and Pearl. I love this. If you watch Bridgerton or have watched it, this totally gives me like Bridgerton vibes. It's really cute. So on the back of this tag, I just have down some antique ledger paper, so it has a really soft blue tone, and then on the back just plain. And this is another one of those little labels down here, and then just some antique ribbon. And then this page is actually ledger. It's a really sturdy, thick, page, and then it has like a seal here as well, a stamp there. The back of that ledger piece, and then this is a double-sided scrapbook page from Tim Holtz. And then inside here I just have a couple different journaling cards. I love these journaling cards. And then here I just have an older double-sided antique form. This one came from France as well. And then a little prescription letter, and I love the writing on this one. This is just, it's gorgeous. Another piece of that ledger, and here's just a little pocket that was sewn in, and this is from I want to say it was kind of like a blueprint type thing, but I loved the color of it. Some little tickets on a sheet there. And this is something I got in the mail from a pen pal, and it's gorgeous. I thought it went beautiful with this journal. And this just looks like maybe it was a postcard or some sort of advertising piece. It's beautiful. Ledger, tea-dyed paper, some really gorgeous ribbon, and I have pinned on here an antique button and a little key. Some more of that ribbon. Ruby and Pearl digital. And here's another pocket, and this is also a Ruby and Pearl digital. I put it on a manila folder and cut it down. I put some ledger on the back for some journaling, some wallpaper, and a little label, and then just added some really pretty lace on the side there. This is another one of those documents. That blue pamphlet cover has some really gorgeous writing. This is some vintage trim from France. It came from France as well. This is a little pocket digital. So this digital came from Dust to Roses. She has some really beautiful kits as well. This is Ruby and Pearl. And then in this little pocket, I just have a little tag there. And this is also trim from France. Some more of that beautiful vintage fabric from France. I just sewed on the side. And this is another one of those certificates. Really pretty. And then here's the back. And the back cover. So this journal, it's quite full, but I think there's plenty of room for it to grow. All right, and then I'm going to move on to the hardcover journal. So it took me quite a while to find a hardcover book that was damaged enough for me to, you know, tear apart, but that still was had a beautiful cover. That was a challenge for me. But I did find this one, and I love the cover. I love the image on it, and it's got lots of discoloring just from age and from use. This one has 2 signatures. Here's the back. I wanted to keep it looking as much as the original book on the outside as I could. So there's not a whole lot going on the cover besides just the beautiful book cover that it was. On the inside, we have some of that antique fabric here, and I reinforced the spine so it's nice and sturdy. I'm going to move this one actually. And then this piece right here, there's a tutorial on Ruby and Pearl's YouTube. I'll link it down below on how to make these cards. So I was super inspired by that tutorial. This is like just like a little flip. And it's double-sided, so there's pockets on both sides. So in this first pocket here, I have this gorgeous advertising piece. I've had this for a while. Thought it would just fit perfectly in this journal. On the back, I have this beautiful embossed paper I'd gotten from Heather over at Ruby and Pearl. And then this is some beautiful vintage wallpaper. Some more of that gorgeous velvet trim. And then in here is a really gorgeous photo. This one came from France. And then some more labels and tickets. These labels here were actually digitals from Dust to Roses. I have a couple of those in here. And these are authentic tickets. And I have some really beautiful wallpaper that is my, the flip for it. So this first page came actually from the book. Had to add in a couple pages from the book. This is a Ruby and Pearl digital. Some really beautiful, I love this color ribbon. It matched perfect with the book. Some more really gorgeous paper from France with that soft blue tint. This is just a clipped in, this is a really sturdy piece of ledger or a document with a really cool stamp and writing. Some ledger there. On this side, another one of those stamp sheets. Or, yeah, these are like little tickets. And then here's some more of that really gorgeous fabric on some tea-dyed paper. There's a little pocket right here. This is a beautiful, beautiful piece of ledger dated 1922 with some gorgeous writing on it, and it's double-sided. Book page. This is just what looked like once some sort of blue ledger. These are both some digitals that I had cut out, and I thought they would go nicely with this journal. A 1930 piece of ledger, double-sided. Another Tim Holtz scrapbook paper, a pocket on the outside with some journaling cards, and then some really pretty velvet. A piece of that vintage wallpaper. More ledger. And this here is a piece of that embossed paper. It's really gorgeous. And this is a really pretty book page. I love this postcard. This came from France. It has some really beautiful, gorgeous stamp up there too, as well as the image. Some writing on the back. Some vintage wallpaper there. And in this little pocket here, I've added 2 authentic calling cards. I love these. Really cute. A little bit of trim on the side. Some more of that gorgeous trim here. Another Ruby and Pearl digital. This page is from the actual book. Isn't that a beautiful illustration? I love it. And then here's another one. Love that illustration. Another little ledger paper here with some blue writing. This is a label, authentic label. This is some Tim Holtz wallpaper that I just added a little tag in there. Some really pretty, this is an invoice. It kind of has a blue tint to it with some blue writing. It's really cool. And then pinned on here is a piece of some gorgeous 1800 ledger. It's double-sided. And then on the back here is a beautiful cabinet card. Little girl in a chair. And then there's just a very faint blue trim all around the edge. Some more of that velvet. And in this pocket here is a bunch of blue little like labels and journaling cards, blue and white ones. Some more of that ledger, that Tim Holtz paper. And this is a really neat little envelope. It kind of is like a taller one. So I just folded it in, and then inside this little envelope is some little vintage or antique prescriptions. And these both came from France. Have some really gorgeous writing on them. And then over here, some Tim Holtz wallpaper. And this is a beautiful, this is actually a digital on some really textured paper, so it looks very authentic. And then in this pocket here, I made a tag with some vintage wallpaper and some of that paper from France. On the back is plain for a bunch of journaling space, and then some antique lace there. This is actually a wallpaper trim pocket, and then in here a postcard and another book image from this book. And then here's another one of those blue pamphlet covers. I just loved these. Some more ledger with the stamp on the back, beautiful trim. And another piece of that velvet, and then there's a side pocket right here. And then last page is another illustration from the book. And there it is. Thank you so much for watching, guys. And like I said, look for all the links down below. And don't forget to give me a thumbs up and comment down below what's your favorite journal. Thanks so much. Bye, guys.